Good evening and welcome back to this channel. My name is Gishuri Rungu, and today we just want to deal with just one aspect of money market fund, and that is the return on investment and why it is very critical for you before you invest or before you choose which of the money market funds that are nearest to you to take on or to put your money in, to invest in, why you should consider the returns closely, but just consider them depending on what? What are you comparing the return on investment in? Is it just that one company is giving 16%, another company is giving 13, another company is giving 14, and you go with it? What is this benchmark that you should always check when you're looking at money market funds? In our previous episode, we talked about that you should always make sure that the money market fund you invest in, number one, is paying above, or the interest rate, the return on investment is above the inflation rate. But number two is that the return on investment is something close to the treasury bills. Why is this important? This is important because treasury bills and money market kind of compete in one or the other. If you are good in treasury bills, you always see that treasury bills are doing better than money market. But most of the time, that most people do not like investing in treasury bills because it involves a lot of money, a lot of work. You got to put in a lot of work and probably a lot of money, minimum of 10,000, 50,000, depending. But if you have slightly less than like 1,000 shillings, 2,000, 5,000 to invest, then you definitely go for money market. Now, all the money markets are pegged around the 91-day treasury bill. So you should always be on the lookout to see where the treasury bill, 91-day treasury bill is, and just check and compare that with the money market fund that you want to invest in. But I'll give you an example. One of the highest paying, or a few of the highest paying money market funds in Nairobi are the Lofty Coban Money Market Fund, which is paying at around daily yield at around 16.9% or thereabout, and the net return on investment per annum around 14.32% or thereabout. So that followed by Saiton, and then followed by Etika, then followed by Arvocap, followed by Kuza, Gen Africa, and all those kind of investment funds that are around us. But if you look at the 182 treasury bill rate, the one that is on offer for this month, September, by end of September, it is at 16.62. And if you look at the 364-day treasury bill rate is at 16.8%. So you may look there and just see, depending on what you want to choose, please do use your comparison. Always do your research before you invest, because as you do your research, you are able to know where to put your money and where not to put your money. Money market funds are the best for a person who has not yet reached that threshold where he needs to invest probably in treasury bills and finally in treasury bonds as you graduate. So this is where you start. You accumulate and then take it to the next level. I just wanted to highlight this and just to let us know that when you're dealing with money market funds, it's not just enough just to look at the percentage that is quoted by the companies. Always go back and compare it with things like the treasury bills and other fixed income funds rates so that you know whether you're getting the best deal or not. The other thing that is crucial is something we call the total expense. How much are they, charging you to invest with them? What is the annual percentage? What is the annual expense rate for this money market fund that you're putting in? And always remember, all money markets attract a 15%, right now, 15% withholding tax, dependent on the government and what they decide to do. And also, there'll be VAT on the cost, on the fees that has been levied against you. So it's always good to know that, so that you minus those expenses from the yield that you're getting. So the higher the return on investment on each of these money markets, the better for you. By the time you remove all those costs, management cost, VAT, what we call the withholding tax and all that, at least how much are you remaining with? Do your comparison. I can give you just a sneak preview of what the company is offering, but it is your duty to go back and do your investigation. Always make sure you talk to the employees of those companies, because the employees of those companies will always give you insight, better insights than you can get on internet, better insight than you can get by listening to other people who talk about money market and investments in general. Now, 5 or 7 best performing money market funds as at today, my research of today. Number 1, Lofty Coban, with a daily yield of 16.9%. Number 2, Saiton Money Market Fund, with a daily yield of about 16.8%. Number 3, Etika Money Market Fund, with a daily yield of 16.7%. Number 4 is the Arvocap Money Market Fund, with a daily yield of 16.2%. And number 5, Kuza Money Market Fund, with a daily yield of 15.9% thereabouts. And number 6, Gen Africa Money Market Fund. This is by Genghis. A money market fund at 15.74%. And number 7, Apollo Money Market Fund at 15.42% of daily yield. So these are important to know. The best 7 right now. Best 7 as at the time I'm doing this video, because this can change very fast. This daily yield, they change every day. So this is just as I picked it, as I did my research on this. So those are the best 7 money market funds. Now we'll be following these funds over and over again, and we'll be doing something I'm calling the SabaBora Index. The SabaBora Index for money market fund in Kenya. And we want to do this every month and just look at the average daily yield for that month vis-a-vis the net returns for that month or expected returns for that particular month. And then we see which of these will become the SabaBora at the end of the year. So we'll just be doing this just to keep ourselves updated on what's happening in the money market funds. At the same time, we'll be going back and checking on other income funds that we can invest in, or other places that we can put our money so that it doesn't stay idle in the banks, just staying idle. We'll also be looking at probably something like the best banks to invest in when it comes to fixed deposits and all that. So otherwise, if this is your very first time to be in this channel, please consider subscribing and hit the like button and share with your friends. You always get important information about what is happening in the money market funds and investment space in Kenya and around the world. We'll expand to all that. Otherwise, thank you so much. That is my time for today. My name is Lishure Rungu. Please subscribe to this channel. Let's get to 1,000 people. Bye and have a great day. Adios.